Hey, if you are looking to print a 3D model using our Zortrax printer, this is the video for you. I have my Z Suite program open here, and I'm going to prepare it and prepare the code for the machine. So I'm going to select my Zortrax M200 printer. There's lots of different ones to choose from. We want to make sure it's the Zortrax M200. I'll say start a new project, and here we go. It's asking me to drag in my file. So I'll bring open my files, locate the print I want to use. There's my STL document. Drag it in, and there we go. It's going to put it here on the ground or the build plate, and then I can move it around anywhere on the build plate. I can rotate it any way I want. I can have the computer auto arrange it. I can have it placed by face, so maybe I want to place it here. I like to have lots of surface contact with the build plate, so that looks good. You could also use some optimization, and it'll come up with some different ways to rotate your model. Once I have my model set, I'll press next to go to print settings. Print settings. Now, up here, I'm going to make sure my material group is set to external materials, and it is an ABS based filament. That's what we'll be using with our Zortrax printer. It's an ABS. Next, it asks about support. You can leave it on automatic, or if you want to actually generate and edit your own supports, you can, but automatic usually works pretty well. Down below are lots of these details about how to actually control your printer. I'm in the advanced setting, and that's why I'm seeing all these. If you're in the normal, you won't see these. I'm in advanced. I'm making sure that my material is set properly. Here we have the nozzle diameter. Those should be already set. Here I have the temperature. The temperature for ABS, for our ABS, we want to make sure the extrusion temperature is 220 degrees and the build platform plate is 90 degrees. Below are some types of infill, right? Different patterns, as well as how we want it to look. The density of the infill, you can turn it up, make it more dense, or scale it down, whatever you like. All these details, usually you can leave as they are, but if you want to customize, you can. The biggest thing is making sure the temperature is the correct one for the material. If you want, you can save it as a custom setting. So I will call it maybe ABS settings. Press OK. So now when I come back, I can always come to ABS settings. When all of these things are set, they're all looking good, I can preview. It will generate some supports for me and then begin to slice the model. It's going to take a second, depending on how complex your model is, to slice this into layers for printing. Once it's all done, you'll get a nice little animated preview of all the different layers. Here you can slide up and down and see the layers, how it's going to print. And over here is all the reports of everything. Biggest thing here is the estimated print time, 2 hours and 5 minutes. Once all that looks good, I like the way it looks, it's going to work well. I can export this file. It's going to export a Z code. This is the file we send to the printer. It's going to export it, open up this pop-up, and then I need to save it to the Zortrax SD card, which will show up down here under locations. That's ready, and then you can send it to the printer.